So it's time for a mid-year check-in. What do we want to look into, if we're still working? How much money are we putting into our 401ks, into our IRAs? What are our contributions? Are we trying to max out for the year? If we are, do we know what those numbers are? These are the type of things that are going through our head as we're trying to plan out what we want to do for the rest of this year. So if we're putting money into our 401k or into our Roth 401k and we're over age 50, we can put $30,000 into that. Looking into how much have I done so far and how much am I planning to continue to do in the future. So that's one of the things that we're planning on. What about if we're putting into our IRA or our Roth IRA? You can put up to $7,000 per year if you're over age 50. Actually, $7,500 in 2023. It just went up $500 from last year. So this is something that we're planning on. How much have I put in so far, and how much am I looking to do in the future? So looking into the contributions to make sure that we have the amount going in that we need to do. So if we're planning to save 10%, are we doing that 10%? If we're planning to do the maximum, are we doing the maximum? But just some of the stuff to look into as we're at that middle of the year and we're doing that retirement checklist that we're looking to do. Now, what if you're already retired? Have we started taking our Social Security yet? If a lot of times when you retire, you want to start taking the Social Security, people start taking it as soon as they retire. But sometimes it makes sense to take it later in life. So if your health's good and you plan on living a long, healthy life, maybe it makes sense to delay it. And each year that you delay it after age 67 or after your full retirement age, you're able to get that an 8% gain every year that you defer it. So it's something that's worth considering. It's good to have the financial planning software to be able to look into, well, what is our probability of success? Are we going to be successful if we take the Social Security now, or are we going to be more successful if we wait? So that's something that we want to look into to make sure that you have the income plan set up the right way. And as we're getting closer to that second half of the year, it is really time to start looking into Roth conversions. We want to see, does it make sense to convert some of our IRA money, some of our 401k money into a Roth IRA or a Roth 401k? And the reason why you may want to do that is because right now the taxes are lower than they're going to be in 2026. And if you don't do the Roth conversion in 2023, you lose that year to be able to do it. So this is the time that we're looking to do it, looking to see, does it make sense? And a lot of income things are going to happen, whether you have your income from work, your income from your Social Security, that you have to calculate to see what tax bracket should I convert until. And that's what we're here for, to help you with, to show you what does it look like if I convert to 24% tax bracket, 35% tax bracket, 12% tax bracket, depending on what it is. Right? So that's a huge part of what we're doing in this second, third, and fourth quarter here. So definitely something you want to look into for yourself. Now, what about your insurances? Do you have the proper life insurance that should something happen to you that your family is covered? Do you have the proper long-term care insurance to be able to cover you during the rest of your retirement? One of the biggest expenses, unforeseen expenses in retirement, is the long-term care costs of the service and support that you receive. And 70% of people who are age 65 or older are going to require long-term care protection at some point in their life. So it's something that you want to plan for, have a plan in place, written and developed for you, so that if that situation happens to you in the future, you have a protection for you. And also looking into your property and casualty insurance, making sure that you're not overpaying for home and auto insurances, making sure that you have the coverage you need. If you have a $400,000 home and it goes up in smoke, you don't want to check for $250,000. You want to make sure that something happens to you, you have the protection you need. So it's a great time to review your insurances as we're going through this mid-year checkup.